Hydrated during the hot summer months is so important for well-being and health. And here today to talk about staying hydrated while being active is Chris Barrett, a registered dietitian at Hartford Healthcare Bone and Joint Institute. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. So can you tell us why fluids are so important to overall health?
Yeah, so most people don't realize water is a primary aspect of our bodies. Over 50% of our body is actually water. And it plays a massive role, especially when it gets hot and humid, in the sense of regulating body temperature and also maintaining cardiovascular function. When you're not consuming enough or you excessively lose a lot, that puts at risk for dehydration, which can lead to heat stroke and heat exhaustion as well.
All right. So how do we know how much fluids we need to take during a day?
Yeah, so there's actually no recommendation. Sort of the old school 8 cups a day is actually probably too little for people. There's the adequate intake, which for males, about 12 cups per day, and females, about 9 cups per day. Because most people don't also realize 80% of our intake is from fluids, but we can also eat our fluids with fruits and vegetables as well.
All right. Do all fluids count toward your overall fluid intake?
Yeah, so all do count with the exception of one, and that's alcohol. So caffeinated beverages have a minor diuretic effect, but alcohol has a significant diuretic effect, which you lose a lot more fluid. But water's the best source.
Can people drink too much water?
Yes, they can actually drink too much water. This typically happens with athletes, really pushing themselves, especially in the hot weather, and they drink actually too much. So it is possible, and that's called hyponatremia.
All right. Speaking of athletes, maybe taking part in summer sports, camps, activities, competition, what should they be consuming? Is there sweating? They're out there?
Yeah, so I always tell people early and often. So start early and be proactive, and also drink often throughout it. But make sure the beverage is cool, it's flavored, contain some sodium, and also carbohydrates. Carbohydrates help with the reabsorption.
What about with children? Sometimes it's hard to get them to drink water. They want sugary drinks or something like that. What's your advice to parents out there?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing is, like I was saying before, have them eat their fruit, right? Eat their fruit, or that's the way they'll get their water in. But mixing in some fruit there is a great way to start, but also dilute it a little bit. So maybe it's a quarter of a cup of the sports drink, and then dilute that with a little bit of water, and that'll be good too.
All right, good information. Chris Barrett, registered dietitian with Hartford Healthcare's Bone and Joint Institute. Thank you.